Do you not know who you are? Do you? Do you know who you are? Yes, I know who I am. Who are you? I am. The one, the infinite. As is everybody else. One and infinite. There you have it. Why would you ever be insecure? Again, if you know who you are, the only reason why you can be insecure is because you are not clear on who you are. And that's alright. It's alright if you're for a moment are a little bit wobbly and you might not be totally 100% clear on that you're the one and infinite. Relax. No biggie. But when you realize that you might be a little bit shaky, or that you might be a little bit, seem a little bit offbeat, just remember who you are. Are you not? Are you not indestructible, infinite, unfuckable? Alright, end of story. No other practices needed than just seeing clearly and discerning what is true from what is not true. The question that will truly free you is the question, what is real? What is? Who am I? It's all the same thing. But you want to mix it up a little bit to keep it fresh. Who am I? And look for the direct experience, the direct activation of the recognition of yourself. And then rest in as this recognition. Amp it up if you feel like it, if you feel naturally inspired to do so. Surrender to it if you feel inspired to do so. But make this the priority to realize, to recognize who you already know yourself to be, to focus on truth, focus on good, and not make the other things wrong, but just make it in a sense of value judgment. Do you want tea or do you want coffee? I want coffee. I don't want tea. I don't like tea. Tea's fine though. Like, I don't need to fucking kill tea. I can just have my coffee. I can just have my I am realization. I can just stay true. I can just stay true. Because that is just what I prefer. I can then prefer, do I want to stay true? Or do I want to feel bad and stay untrue? I want to stay true. Because that just feels better. I feel like it's more of service. But even that doesn't need to come into your idea of consideration. It's just you prefer, your true preference is to be authentic, is to be true, is to be unfuckable, because that is who you are. I'm sorry, I can't help it. And now, if you truly want to nail this to the cross, is to time and time recognize that you know already who you are. You already know yourself. It's the only thing you truly know. It's the only thing that is pure, direct knowing, direct experiencing of yourself. And look for that activation, look for that awareness that is so obviously always already here. And from that state you can also recognize that even this awareness might be just a subtle layer that you can peel off of your absolute infinite nature. And your absolute infinite nature is what you actually are. And you always are it. There are just different distortions, different layers over it. But nothing can ever change the fact that you are absolute, infinite, and perfect. In all situations, in all timelines, always. Nothing can touch you. You're the greatest. Literally, you are the greatest, the most absolute, the greatest, the most infinite, the truest. That is you. You are the highest truth there is. Wouldn't you want to be aware of this always? Not just know it for a moment, but build on that so that you know it always. That your faith, beginning it is faith, faith in the natural state, faith in the direct experience of yourself. But then at a certain point it will become conviction because you just know that it is the case. You are. Are you not? You are the greatest. Are you not? Isn't it obvious? Duh. Of course I am the greatest. Of course I am infinity. Of course there is no situation on this earth that can truly scare me, that can truly put a dent in me. There's nothing on this earth that I fear. Nothing. Because none of it can touch me. And I do not entertain that which is not true. Because there is no honor in that. It's just not honorable to be entertained by all of these suggestions that say lack, that say fear, that say separation. You know better. You know God. You know the one and infinite creator. You know yourself. That makes you responsible for yourself, not in any kind of judging kind of way, but it makes you responsible. Your ability to respond, to recognize who you truly are, to keep yourself awake, not buying into all these suggestions, these radio channels, and to actually stay true. To actually be devoted to that which is true, to be a beacon, to be an example of that which is true. So other selves might also rejoice that they too are the greatest, they too are perfect, they too are enlightened. Don't you want this whole world to know that they are enlightened as fuck? That they are perfect as they are, that they do not need to change a single thing? Do you not want to share this heavenly glory, this greatest bliss, this greatest joy? Do you not want to let go of all these questions that makes your journey complicated and truly hone in, zoom in, go a little bit more subtle into knowing yourself, knowing yourself. This is your practice. Do you know yourself? If not, do not judge yourself. But then again, do I know myself? Yes, I know myself. I know myself. And I know myself as that which I am, one, infinite, undividable, perfect, free, never a paradox, never broken. I am X, the one and infinite, at your service. Is there anything I can do for you? I just did. Thank you. Follow this teaching of staying true, of knowing what is true. And once you know what is true, do not believe in any radio channel, in anything at all that suggests otherwise. And stay true to that which you know to be true, which is I am X, which is just a word pointing to the direct experience, the direct knowing of yourself. I am X. I am. And the more that you practice this, the more that you turn this into a freestyle, a beautiful dance, the more spontaneous it will be. It's just a pointer. I am